Speaking of these evacuees, Holly, where are these thousands of civilians going? Will they still be targeted if they end up in rebel-held areas?
That's a very interesting question. We actually crossed into northern Syria today. We went to a camp just a few miles over the border in northern Syria. The Turkish authorities are actually building 2 new camps for some of those evacuees who have left Aleppo over the last few days. One of the camps has already existed for several months, perhaps over a year, and there are 200 or 300 people living there. They're building new camps for the evacuees that have fled the city over the last few days. But the people who are already living there told us they have nothing. In fact, several of them told us that all they have is mud. They said that they don't have enough food, they don't have enough fuel, there's no education for their children. One elderly lady told us that she just wanted to die. It really is a place of last resort, but even that camp was targeted, was hit earlier this year, and at least a couple of dozen people died.
Oh, the story and the pictures are just heartbreaking. Holly, how about the security following a violent weekend of evacuation bus attacks?
Well, things have gone much more smoothly today. Remember, there was an apparent attack on a convoy leaving Aleppo late last week, and then on Sunday, around 6 buses were set on fire, and those buses were waiting to evacuate civilians from 2 pro-government villages that are besieged by rebel forces. A few hundred people have come out of those villages today. But today, things have gone much more smoothly. So, of course, there's always the threat of violence.
And Holly, I want to ask you about the United Nations Security Council. They approved a resolution to send monitors to eastern Aleppo, but this council has faced growing criticism for being ineffective. When it comes to bringing this conflict some resolution, what does this mean for Aleppo?
Well, the United Nations Security Council is deadlocked because its permanent members, or at least some of its permanent members, are on opposite sides of this conflict. We have Russia backing the Syrian regime and the U.S. backing the Syrian rebels. But the hope with this agreement about sending in UN monitors is that it will help deter the worst acts of violence as these civilians are ferried to safer areas.
All right, Holly Williams reporting from Syria. Thank you.